digging for answers, reporting them first. This is News 10 NBC at 6.
Old man winter returns. It's been a cold and windy Sunday. Mix that with the ice and snow, and you have horrendous driving conditions. Several counties have issued travel advisories. This is a good night to stay inside. Good evening, I'm Wendy Wright. It's back and with a vengeance. We faced another blast of winter today, but tonight the worst appears to be over. But it is still very cold, and the concerns tonight are gusting winds and drifting snow. Josh Nichols has been keeping a very close eye on the situation today, and he joins us live now from the 10 NBC Weather Lab. Josh?
All right, Wendy, thanks so much. Yeah, we had the freezing rain last night, deposited as much as about 1/4 of an inch of glaze in some locations, especially just north of the thruway. We still have some snow to contend with now. Let's show that to you on the radar loop over the past 3 hours. And over the past 24 hours, you can see the storm. And look at the back edge now moving through, but it is still snowing pretty good. In parts of Wayne County, they've already had about 4 inches there, and it's going to be blowing and drifting throughout the night. We have wind chills to contend with, and more snow is coming. I'll let you know when, coming up in the first full weather in the first 10 minutes. Wendy?
Thanks a lot, Josh. And the weather forced the Buffalo airport to shut down today, and state police say you should be on the roads only if it's absolutely necessary. By mid-afternoon in the Rochester area, there had been more than 50 accidents. Berkeley Breen is live on East Avenue in Rochester now. Berkeley, what's the driving like out there now?
Well, Wendy, not too bad. A little bit of snow falling in downtown, but what that snow can do is create a little slush on the road. It can also cover some of those icy patches that are still on the road. Today, that ice made driving tough. It also made getting into your car nearly impossible.
It's as bad as that? Wow.
Kathy Doherty went through a familiar routine this morning.
Not good. It's not as bad as in '93, but it's pretty bad. We're not getting very far with scraping it, but we don't have to go anywhere, so we don't care.
But the ice-covered car wasn't the only barometer of bad weather for Kathy Doherty. This RG&E truck flipped over outside her kitchen window. The driver was not hurt, but the truck is out of commission.
I think the roads are a little deceptive. You know, some of them have been salted down, some of them haven't. You know, all it takes is a little patch of ice to, in a vehicle that large, to skid.
Neighbors say a small car had crashed in the very same spot as this RG&E truck and was towed just minutes before this one crashed here. We can also see the damage left in a snowbank from another truck that slid through this very intersection.
As you try to round this corner, it's a sheet of ice. It's been pretty scary out here, especially with the planes going by.
The planes we saw take off had to plow through the runway snow.
So far, it's been a little crazy. I'm delayed for at least 2 hours, but...
Pam O'Brien is trying to get back to New York City. The weather is making her a little anxious.
A little bit. I mean, you'd rather not fly on a day like this if you didn't have to, but I'm optimistic. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Pam was saying she was hoping to get out of Rochester into New York by early this afternoon. There was only one cancellation and one delay at the Rochester airport, but still you should call ahead just in case your flight happens to be delayed or canceled. Reporting live downtown, Berkeley Breen, News 10 NBC.
And it's been a busy day for local EMTs. Rural Metro ambulance officials tell us they called in extra crews to handle the high volume of calls that came in today.
We've done an extraordinary amount of calls, not just of accidents, because basically 390, 490 turned into a big ice skating rink today. People, no matter if two-wheels or four-wheel drive, you weren't able to stop. Everything was way too slippery, and that caused for multiple car pileups.
Rural Metro says luckily they did not see any serious injuries today in Monroe County. Still no arrests after a shooting last night at a convenience store in the city. Rural Metro ambulance tells us 2 people were shot at the Wilson Farms on J Street just after 9 o'clock in an apparent robbery attempt. Their injuries are not life-threatening. Their names are not being released. The weapon was reportedly a semi-automatic handgun. Rochester police are investigating.
Now bringing you Western New York's most advanced forecasting technology. Here's meteorologist Josh Nichols in the 10 NBC Weather Lab.
All right, as we've mentioned all this evening, freezing rain for 6 hours during the first part of this morning just before dawn really created a treacherous situation. We added on top of that some snow, and travel was just absolutely treacherous. There's no question about it. 19 degrees is the temperature right now. We've pretty much been hovering there all day. The anemometer on top of our roof is frozen over, so we have no wind speed. But the live 10 NBC Weather Lab triple Doppler is working pretty well, showing an area of light snow continuing across the region and some snow persisting in Wayne County. It's drifting about as well. Let's look at some of the storm impacts from this particular system. We had about an 1/8 of an inch of glaze in many locations. In fact, about a 1/10 of an inch even just south of the Thruway. Fortunately, it wasn't heavier. Otherwise, we would have had some real problems. Ground blizzards have also been the case with whiteout conditions. The snow very powdery, so it's blowing and drifting about all over the place. That's going to continue through the night tonight, so be mindful of that and get ready for another blast of Arctic air coming our way as we go into the beginning of this week. Here's the radar situation over the past 3 hours. You can see the snow persisting, especially Sodus and points east, and a little bit of light snow lingering as well back to the west. So we haven't got rid of the snow just yet, and we can see the tallies are fairly light, about 2 inches in Perrington, 3 inches in Williamson, and about 3.5 inches in Greece. The storm responsible for this taking all kinds of Gulf moisture, throwing it up at us, and yet there's another system on its heels that brought heavy snow today. It's Springfield, Missouri. This one's going to come our way, and by the time we get into Monday night, it'll be just to our south. So it looks like another round of light snow will come in Monday afternoon, followed by a true Arctic blast as we go into Tuesday. There are the weather facts for today. The high temperature 33, the low 19, 1.8 inches of snow officially at the airport. Right now, it's 20 degrees, still a little bit of that light snow flurry activity. The wind is west-northwest at 16. The barometer is rising sharply. The wind chills, though, are falling, and they're down into the single digits right now, so bundle up if you're stepping outside. Weather watcher numbers tonight: 21 in Sodus, 18 from Dave Barron in Perrington, and 18 right now in Ocean. So it's very cold, and it gets colder back to the north and west, looking into Winnipeg and Minneapolis. This is the source of our air coming in for later on Tuesday, as the system now developing here through Springfield, Missouri, dropping all kinds of heavy snow there, makes a beeline off to the northeast, following a very similar path to this big juicy storm system that we had, which brought everything from rain and thunder to snow to wind. We had just about everything with this system. It now departs out into Nova Scotia and points east, and again, this is the system we're following from Monday night and into Tuesday morning. With all that Arctic air coming our way, it's really going to be really cold around here once again. So for tonight, partial clearing, flurries, especially through this evening. Look out for blowing and drifting snow. The low 10 to 14. Tomorrow breaks with sun in the morning, but then it clouds up and we get light snow all over again. By afternoon, the high only around 20. 5-day forecast shows changeable skies. Cold day for Tuesday, well below the normal, about 20 degrees below normal, Wendy, for Tuesday and Wednesday. But looks like we finally begin to recover a bit towards the end of the week, but still another prospect for maybe another storm towards the end of the week. So this is the winter that just won't quit.
Absolutely. Okay, thanks, Josh.
Okay.
Rochester is among the worst cities in the country with lead problems, according to some studies. And now a local city councilman is trying to change that. Coming up, the effort to wipe out lead poisoning in Rochester.
News 10 NBC is brought to you by Marina Dodge.
It's so big, it's monumental. It's our monumental President's Sale at the all-new Marina Dodge. Like a 2003 Dodge Caravan, just $234 a month, or a 2003 Dodge Dakota, just $174 a month. We got a monumental selection to choose from, all with monumental savings. Plus 0% for 60 months and 7 years, 70,000-mile powertrain warranty. All this means you get the most monumental savings in the area at Marina Dodge. Now through Monday only, our monumental President's Sale, only at the all-new Marina Dodge, 943 Ridge Road in Webster.
6 performances only at the Auditorium Center, March 28th through the 30th. Get a $3 off opening night ticket coupon at all Chase Pitkin locations.
The Rochester Athletic Club. You're youthful. R-A-C-N-U. You are healthy.
If you're thinking about a health club, you really want results. Working within your target heart rate, you'll lose weight, gain energy, and be healthy. I can help. My goal, reaching your goal.
Enroll now. Get 3 months for $99.
You can do it. R-A-C-N-U.
Tonight, an NBC movie event. They were just married, but one by one, they're being killed.
Neither one is wearing a wedding band. Taking the rings could be his signature. He's gonna kill again.
Now the hunt begins.
They were both shot at close range.
The honeymoon killer.
I know who you are, and I know what you did.
From the best-selling novel by James Patterson. Oh, God. Tracy Pollan. First to Die. NBC tonight at an early time, 8/7 Central.
I did not back down. I stand tall for what I believe. I carry courage and conviction wherever I go. I live outside my comfort zone. I take chances. If I encounter resistance, I'm stronger for it. I do not back down. I stand tall for what I believe. I carry courage and conviction wherever I go. I live outside my comfort zone. I take chances. If I encounter resistance, I'm stronger for it. I do not back down.
A Rochester City Councilman is taking steps to reduce the hazards of lead in city rental properties. Tim Main says the issue can't wait and it needs addressing now. Kristen Salome has been digging for answers today, and she joins us live in the newsroom with the story. Kristen?
Wendy, an estimated 2,000 children in Rochester get lead poisoning every year. City Councilor Tim Main says there are initiatives addressing the problem in the area, but they're just not enough. Lead is a potential problem in homes built before 1978 when they still manufactured lead paint. If children ingest lead dust or paint chips, it can cause neurological damage as well as problems with intellectual development. Right now, the city has a contract to inspect apartments that are going to be rented by the Department of Social Services for people on welfare. It's called the Move-In, Move-Out program. Maines wants to add what's called a lead wipe test to the inspection process and pass the cost on to the county, which already pays for the inspections. He estimates it would cost an additional $15 to $25 a house.
Move-in, move-out is a very focused program, so it's a limited number of houses, and all of the houses are occupied by people on public assistance. We know that a large percentage of the children who test positive for lead live in families on public assistance.
Well, that sounds logical, but the city's attorney says that doing that would just open them up to too much liability. Some landlords also have a problem with the proposal. Coming up tonight at 11, we'll hear what they have to say, as well as more from Councilman Tim Mains. Reporting live in the newsroom, Kristen Salome, News 10, NBC.
Taking the time to care is the idea behind one local effort to help people in Rochester, and now it's taking time to celebrate. We'll have the story next, digging for answers, reporting them first.
I think I had a pretty good view on life before, but when you have something that happens like an automobile accident that is so split second, you start thinking later of what could have happened. I think it changed me. The dust is not fussy, you know, it'll wait until you're ready for it. People said, you're lucky you were in a Volvo. That said it all to everybody.
Volvo, 75 years of building life.
Looking for the best in fun and gaming? Come on over to Fort Erie. Slots, bingo, video poker, horse racing, great dining, outstanding accommodations, and first-rate duty-free shopping. It's all here in Fort Erie. Close by, great exchange rate, and no tax on winnings. Groups 12 or more get a prime rib for only $3.39 US and $20 slots and bingo play per person at Fort Erie Racetrack Slots. Call 800-295-3770 for fun and gaming.
You can hear News 10 NBC on the radio every day on WYSL 1040. These broadcasts are made possible by the Randall Farnsworth Auto Group.
You made me love you. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. You made me want you. And all the time you do it. I guess you always knew it. Oh, give me what I cried for. The brand that I die for.
Ready to quit? We can help. Call 888-609-6292.
You made me love you.
Dorschel Buick will beat any deal. Car for car, option for option, with or without a trade, guaranteed. There's something for everyone at Dorschel. Tired of driving a minivan but don't want to drive a truck? I invite you to test drive the new Buick Rendezvous. Rendezvous gives you the performance of an SUV and the convenience and comfort of a minivan. Room for 7, low step-in height, easy access third-row seating. Rendezvous has it all, and so can you at Dorschel Buick. Just minutes from anywhere on West Henrietta Road. Stop out today and save. It's guaranteed.
Digging for answers, reporting them first. This is News 10 NBC at 6 with Wendy Wright, Mark Grubaugh Sports, and meteorologist Josh Nichols in the News 10 NBC Weather Lab.
It was a milestone today for one local group that tries to make volunteering as easy as it can be. Rochester Cares cut the ribbon to a new office this afternoon on South Clinton Avenue. The group has been in existence for exactly 1 year. Rochester Cares helps bring together people who want to volunteer to the agencies who need the help. There are 400 volunteers registered with Rochester Cares. It sponsored 106 projects with local agencies over the past year.
We painted 5 rooms at the Al Siegel Center on January 18th for King for a Day, and the facilities guy was like, I can't believe that. I can't believe we got 5 rooms done in 1 day. You know, every time we go out there and make an agency better able to meet their mission, we've succeeded.
Stay with us. Sports is next.
It's time to start up a rugged new 4-door Ford Explorer 4x4 with red carpet option financing for just $315 a month for 36 months. So why not start the year off in the world's best-selling SUV ever, the Ford Explorer? Get red carpet option financing for just $315 a month on Explorer at your local Ford store today.
Take a pleasant ride to Papa Joe's restaurant in Sodus Point. Treat yourself to some great casual dining at Papa Joe's. Now open from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., 7 days a week, year-round. Let Papa Joe's chefs and staff prepare a special delight for your appetite. Hosts Don and Judy Buchwald are now taking reservations for your private parties. Papa Joe's, the place to go. Papa Joe's Restaurant, downtown Sodus Point. Phone 483-6372.
What can you learn at FLCC?
I'm learning there are lots of students at FLCC who are highly motivated.
I'm learning that by starting at Finger Lakes, I can transfer just about anywhere.
I'm learning that where I go from here is up to me, but how I get there is a result of the support I got from FLCC.
I'm learning that an exceptional education doesn't have to cost a lot.
I'm learning that with all FLCC has to offer is the right place for me.
You're getting all at FLCC.
When Nissan designed the taillights on the Nissan Altima, were we thinking safety or style? Yes. These taillights really have stopping power. Let your Nissan dealer introduce you to a new Altima with a $249 per month lease. Right.
Value City Furniture, Ridge Road in Greece, and near Marketplace Mall in Henrietta. You just can't do any better.
Now, here's Mark Gruba with sports on News 10 NBC.
Today's Big East Big Ten showdown between Syracuse and Michigan State was a shooting showcase for Carmelo Anthony and Chris Hill. Among those on hand, Wendy Wright and Josh Nichols. Getting some exercise before the news tonight. Looking great, too. First half, Hill for 3. It was 18-15. Other way, Carmelo Anthony for 3. All tied at 18. Hill for 3. In the corner. He started 5 of 6 beyond the arc. Anthony for 3. He was 4 for 4. Then Carmelo triple teamed to Hakeem for the slam. Cuse by 5 at the break. Second half. Hill for 3. His 9th of the game, 61 all. Then Anthony inside. 3 the old-fashioned way. He went down hard but stayed in the game. Cuse by 6. Hill for 3. His 10th, a Big Ten record. Orange by 1. Seconds to play. Kelvin Torbert, no. Adam Ballinger, no. Allen Anderson, no. 76-75, the Orange hang on. Anthony had 25, Hill 34. The Orange now 19-4 on the season. The University of Rochester validated its status as a national championship contender today, hosting #1 ranked Washington University at a packed Palestra. The Yellow Jackets rallied from 14 down. Seth Hauben a monster day on the glass. 20 rebounds, U of R by 5. Then, off the miss, Brian Jones tips it in. He had 11. Still, the U of R by 5. Washington got a 3 for Matt Tabash. 75-73. Then time running out. Watch this. Chris Jeffrey slams it at the buzzer. We go to overtime. But the extra 5 belong to the Yellow Jackets. Hauben again grabs the loose ball. 2 of his 25, 83-80 Jackets. Final seconds, Washington down 1. Jeff Joss with the block. The follow falls short, and the U of R takes down number 1 today.
Get some home games finally. We've been on the road for a while, and to play a game like that and to win it is a big momentum swing for us going in, hopefully, the tournament.
The fact that they were undefeated was great for the fans, and the fact that you all are out here. But we still look at it as a conference rival that we know we can play. Is it fun now? Yeah, it's extra fun because, I look like I'm running for office. Cameras in the face.
I want on the campaign staff. Yellow Jackets avenge a 1-point loss at Washington by handing the nation's number 1 team its first loss. The U of R women went for the Washington sweep today. Like the men, they were facing the number 1 ranked team in the nation. Washington led by this young lady, Laura Crowley. She had 17 points, but the U of R answers. Tara Carrozza, the draw and dish to Meg Fish. Fish nearly a swish. She had 16. Kelly Westcott, a career-high 23. The Yellow Jackets snap a 22-game losing streak to Washington, 82-73. The women and the men both knock off number 1, a day to remember, at the Palestra. Hockey, the Amerks are going for their 3rd straight win at the War Memorial against Syracuse tonight. The game's underway. Jason Bottrell already has his 35th goal. It's 1-0. Highlights and post-game reaction on the late news. The Sabres also with a matinee in Tampa today and off to a good start. Maxime Afinogenov, his first goal of the year, 1-0 saves. Later, Mr. Tradebait, Alexei Zhitnik, 2-0 Sabres. It stands 2-0 in the second. In golf, a tight finish at the Nissan Open today. Mike Weir has the clubhouse lead at 9 under. Charles Howell III, the third-round leader, is playing 18 at 9 under. They could be headed to a playoff. In NASCAR, the Winston Cup cars running under blue skies in Rockingham today. Yeah, more boogeties from Darrell Waltrip and a rough day for the 8 and 24. Junior and Gordon get together. Junior gets the wall. He finished 33rd. Gordon spins out. He was 17th. It came down to this. Dale Jarrett and Kurt Busch for the lead. The 88 rides him high. Busch peaks down low. He was second last week at Daytona, and he couldn't overtake him today. It figures a guy named Jarrett wins the Subway 400. The Kodak car was 18th. Mike Tyson got a tattoo. Then he tattooed Clifford Etienne in the first round last night in Memphis. The on-again, off-again bout was on again for all of 49 seconds. Tyson made 5-0, Etienne nearly 1-0. All he had to do was face one real punch. Oh, there it is. Etienne hits the deck, collects his check. Tyson KOs his way back into the title picture. He could get another shot at Lennox Lewis. By the way, Tanya Harding lost her fight last night. And that's sports.
Amazing. And way to go, U of R.
Yeah, big day for them.
More on the weather next.
I'm Rick Dorschel, inviting you to stop out and experience for yourself the high-performance luxury of Infiniti. Now is definitely the time to buy. Dorschel Infiniti has a great selection of I-35s. Buy now and save $3,500. Get all the amenities of a luxury sedan and all the capabilities of an all-wheel drive SUV. Buy a new QX4 and save $4,500. If you really want the best for less, it's definitely Dorschel Infiniti. Just minutes from anywhere on West Henrietta Road.
T.W. Conroy's gigantic Oriental rug sale ends this week. Located in the West Brighton Business Center across from Jay's Diner on West Henrietta Road, you'll find hundreds of fine handmade Persian carpets for only $10 per square foot. T.W. Conroy offers an unconditional money-back guarantee on all heirloom quality carpets from room size to runners. Visit T.W. Conroy's gigantic Oriental rug sale across from Jay's Diner. This is your last chance to buy top quality rugs at unbelievably low prices. Open every day from 10 a.m. till 8 p.m. Sale ends February 28th.
Hi, this is Bill Klein and Beth Adams from Wham, and we're at Jiva Theater Center for 36 Views.
A rare Asian artifact is discovered and everyone questions its authenticity. This contemporary whodunit incorporates stunning elements of traditional Japanese theater.
And Beth, 36 Views spins a web of intrigue and fabrication, jealousy and revenge. I love it.
Don't miss the exotic 36 Views on stage through March 23rd at Jiva Theater Center. Call 232-JIVA for tickets.
The best value in America is here. Patrick, Rochester's #1 Jeep dealer, says now is the only time to end your current lease early and waive your payments if you buy or lease a new Jeep from Patrick. Patrick will give you an additional $1,000 loyalty bonus if you buy or lease here. Get out of your lease early. Get into Patrick before the end of the month. Only in a Jeep. Patrick Jeep, West Henrietta Road next to Marketplace Mall.
We sell excitement.
If you see news happen, call the News 10 NBC hotline at 232-1010 or star 10 on your Verizon Wireless phone. Join in, a service brought to you by Verizon Wireless.
So we need to take it slow out there tonight.
Yeah, especially after all that exercise from the game there. You know, we really need
That's
to take
right.
it slow.
Mark over there, yeah.
Anyway, all right, yeah, at least we have a little break from the snow coming up later tonight, but no break for the winter weary, for the cold at least. Temperatures in the low 20s tomorrow. We'll get a few breaks of sun in the morning, and it'll cloud up, and we'll get some more light snow by tomorrow afternoon.
Yes, and we have Mark who likes to have fun.
You guys look fabulous. We do our best.
That's the latest from News 10 NBC. Drive safe if you are out tonight. We'll be back tonight at 11. Bye-bye.
Good night. Good night.